What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Parrot Press and another Sorare video. It's been a little while since I posted, but there's been a lot that's going on at the moment with my gallery. I've gone all in on Champ in Season Rare. Okay, so there's been a lot of outgoings, a lot of incomings, and I'm going to talk you through exactly what's been going on. Bear with me, there's a lot of stuff that's happened, but let's get into it and fly through some of these things. So the first one is Otamendi left for about 20 quid. You know, I'm not playing Challenger anymore, so he was out the door. It's a shame because I paid a lot more for him, but hey, still a good score. As you can see there, 65 and 63 in terms of L5s and L15s. I think that is still a really good player, but not for my gallery anymore. Moving on, sold the MLS boys. You're going to see a lot more leaving the gallery. John McCarthy there. He's gone, you know, £19 are there. Kai Wagner, gone. That was a hard one to take as well because I paid a lot more for him. But it is what it is now. I decided to not play MLS Classic. I probably will get involved with MLS in season, you know, in 3 or 4 months' time. But Kai Wagner was also gone. Messi. I never thought I'd even own a Messi. I've done a video about this, a good few months ago when I've had him in my gallery, and he got injured for a number of weeks and stuff, but he's still done really, really well for me. It'd be interesting to find out actually how well he did do for me. Just looking at, for me here in Sorare rewards, gaming yield only 53 quid, but he did win me an Evander, who at the time was £200 as well. So he probably paid for himself, if not a little bit more. But it was, yeah, it's disappointing to let Messi go. But if I'm not playing MLS, if I'm not playing Challenger, so to speak, then what is the point of him sitting in my gallery? So he was gone. Lucha Acosta, another big hitter in there, gone. 36 quid coming back into the gallery. This guy, gone. Don't even know who he is. Moving on. This is when I started to use that funds, use the money that I made from the Messi, etc., and start to pick up some champ pieces. And I picked up David De Gea for £150, and I'll come on to kind of what he's done since, like when I get to the end of this video and I tell you about the results and stuff that I've won, gaming yield and all that sort of stuff. But when he first went to Fiorentina, yeah, this is only Fiorentina, but let me just make sure. He's done very, very well. Really solid goalkeeper. Fiorentina are having a really good year, keeping teams at bay. Beating teams quite well, you know, 2-0 here, 3-1s, 1-0, 1-0, 5-1, etc., 6-0. They're keeping the clean sheets and they're scoring a lot of goals, but I wouldn't say that they're a team to stack at the moment. But I think that he's probably one of the best, I'd say in the top 3 to 4 champ goalkeepers, in my opinion. So I've picked him up for Serie A, and probably a lot less than what a excuse me, than what a goalkeeper would cost in the Premier League as well. So that's the kind of reason why I was going into champ. I saw that there was an opportunity for me to go in there, as I've mentioned in previous videos. So I picked up David De Gea. Welcome to the gallery. Sold Forsberg for about a tenner. He's gone. And then I bought in Robin Gosens as well, because he was the only player in the Fiorentina team really that I thought would stack well with David De Gea, obviously being a defender as well. And as you can see, since I've picked him up, he's done amazing in the last few game weeks. But he has got these green scores in on him. You know, if I just go to all and I go into competitions and keep it as Serie A, take away the DMPs and whatnot, you can tell there that he scores well in this. Let's only take starts as well, because he did go to, what was it, Inter Milan or someone, where he wasn't really playing. You can tell that he's got these green scores in him. I just need him to pick it up a little bit. But he is a good stack with David De Gea, in my opinion. So Robin come in. Moving on, I picked up Dwight McNeil. And annoyingly, again, since I've picked him up, he hasn't done amazing. But I really like AA forwards. That's why I've got Junior Ito in my team, in my gallery. That's why I've got Griezmann in my team, in my gallery as well. And McNeil does the same thing. 18 AA there, 15, 15, 14, 13. So I know that it's a spot that's heavily reliant on decisives, but if he can't make that decisives, he's still getting me that kind of 50 odd points with a little bit of XP on there as well, which is what I really want out of a forward. Was there other ones that was, probably better value? Maybe in another Junior Ito, somebody like that I could pick up. Yeah, there's risk doing that, but I'm enjoying the Premier League this season. And McNeil can turn it on. He can turn it on. So he come in to the gallery as well. Then I made a big purchase. Okay, so you can see here that Basilbot had a Bruno Fernandes. So this is classic as well, and that is another plan. I'm sure people know this, but for the real stars, I'm picking up their classics because there's no way that I'm affording their in season. Okay, so picking up their classics and then putting some pieces around them so I can still utilize them in season competitions. But this is where all of my MLS boys went. I sent 46 quid and then a Rusnak, a Benteke, Evander, Mendes obviously plays Real Sociedad, but Rossi, Lloris, Fryer, Aspas, obviously it's Celta Vigo, Carlos Hill, and Yeimar as well. And the cash and the floors now is 443, but the cash and the averages is 240, and it's pretty much what Bruno is going for now in terms of classic. So I think that I probably missed out I didn't miss out. Probably Basil pulled my pants down a little bit at the time I made this, but it was a necessary and a really necessary purchase, or a necessary trade that I needed to make, and I'll touch upon that when we talk about the rewards since then. So Bruno come in. I then picked up this guy for a couple of quid. He helps with my Marseille collection. Not that I'm collecting Marseille players, but when he comes on, I picked him up around, I think it was around this 59 or just before this 59 that he scored, because when he was coming off the bench, he was smashing it in terms of AA, and he had a good fixture, and I picked him up for like, I don't know, 8 quid, something like that. So he come into the gallery as well. Then I sold Ricky Puig. I mean, look at that as an L5 90. So again, another shame, another bit of a gutter that I had to let him go for fairly cheap at that time. But obviously he's plummeted down now. He's done whatever, he's had an operation or something like that. And classic cards and MLS, they're not playing anymore, etc. So I picked up some good money for him and then reinvested it. And I picked up an in-season Højbjerg. The way that I selected these guys, this guy, was going into the scouting sort of arena in Sorare data, and then looking at the AA and who's capable of hitting the odd decisive to just smash it as 100. And Højbjerg can easily do that. Now, in recent weeks, he hasn't managed to pick up a decisive, or when he did, he didn't have an amazing AA. But normally, this guy is really, really steady in terms of AA. And that's what I wanted in there. If Bruno's getting those decisives plus a little bit of AA, I needed somebody to support them. That no matter what, I'm not going to get relegated. They're going to hit that sort of 50 marks. And then with some XPs with the captain bonuses as well, that I stay in the top divisions, because that's where you need to be playing, in my opinion. With cards like this, Bruno and Højbjerg in the same team with a Junior Ito, with a David De Gea, etc. That's a D1 team for me. So yeah, very, very comfortable and very, very happy with that purchase. So moving on, I then bought in Furic as well. And you can see some more MLS guys left, but also some Ricky van Wolfswinkel as well. I'm not playing Challenger. But the reason why I picked this guy up is because I picked him up just before he started to sort of come back into the team. So I've managed to pick up these 3 green scores that he's been able to score. But if I just go back here and just go to Stuttgart only, and then just do it in the Bundesliga, let's just take away his subs and his DMPs as well. I know you shouldn't really do that. You should count them in. But he's really capable of these green scores. And Stuttgart are hopefully coming back into a little bit of form now. They had a couple of little blips, a little mid-patch here, etc. But they have got European football as well, so that was on the back of my mind. Excuse me, recovering from a cough. And he's got some good fixtures coming up. So, yeah, I liked the purchase for 30 odd quid or whatever. I couldn't get any better at that time. So he come into the gallery. I then sold these guys, whoever they are, and brought in a Kenny Tete limited to fill in to help my Fulham collection as well. So just to make you aware of that. I then sold Roldon's Andre Blake and De Bruyne over to Sir Hiss. Uh, Again, needed the cash, wanted to invest in champion season, wasn't really using these guys. De Bruyne was out for something like 8 9 weeks before that. Obviously, he come back and then smashed 100 the week that I sold him, but hey, that's always bound to happen. So they went, and then I bought Tom Bischoff in, and I really like this guy. 19 years of age. He's another one like Hoiberg. He just churns out AA. And then when you get the decisive on top, he pops up with the hundreds, the 95s, the 90s, the 88s, etc. So when Bruno, Hoiberg, when Bischoff are all in the sort of same team, obviously there's three midfielders there, but two of those, I know that I'm going to get a base AA score. I know that I'm potentially not going to get relegated, and if they both pop off with decisive, then they move straight up into the high green scores. And he takes most of their set pieces. Now, what you will actually notice is that Kramaric his scores have plummeted because at the beginning of the season, I was looking to pick up a Kramaric when I had this idea around champion season and stuff, but he's really plummeted now. And Bischoff seems to be the sort of golden boy, the one who's taken over from there. I don't know how long he's going to stay at Hoffenheim. I don't know if there's rumours at the moment, but when he's sort of churning out these many decisives and he's all action and he's a young guy like this, I see him probably moving on in the near future. So I brought in Bischoff as well. Brought in Destiny and Doggy. I don't know what the transaction was. I think I just bought it instantly for a collection bonus. So he come in from a limited standpoint. Brought in Ethan Pinnock as well from a rare standpoint. He's... Where did I bring him in? Sorry, I brought him in. I think I brought him in here at this Everton fixture, so he done okay for me. And then since then, he's been absolutely terrible. I think he still keeps his spot though, but he's just not been good. But Pinnock, if I just go to all and let's just go to in the Prem, which means it's Brentford, you can see here again he's capable of these green scores. If he didn't have these hundreds, these high 80s, etc., I probably wouldn't have bought him. I would have looked. Well, I was looking at him as super rare, not to move into super rare in terms of back in the day in All Star Rare Plus. I did look at him as a super rare because he was a good price, but yeah, he's in there for now for cover. I didn't spend an arm and a leg on him, obviously, but these fixtures here, 100 against Man City, a 97 against Chelsea, a 90. There was another one in there somewhere. Well, there's an 80 against Arsenal there. Was it this 86 or was it this 100? Oh, this 100 and against Manchester United as well. In the big games, he performs, so he's there for a little bit of depth. I then had to raise some more cash because I didn't want to deposit more. So more MLS guys left the gallery. Got some more cash in. More left the gallery. Only a fiver for this lot, but hey, is what it is. And then some more left the gallery for like £3. Some more left the gallery for like £5. I don't know what's going on with Hector Herrera. I don't know where he's going to be ending up or whether he's going anywhere. If you do know anything, drop a comment down below. I'd just like to follow that guy because I really enjoyed that card. Some more guys left, Steve Clark's, which was a shame because I was thinking the other day, who would be my sort of starting 11 from a so rare standpoint, from cards that I've owned who have done well for me, cards that I like, and Steve Clark would probably be my starting goalkeeper. So it was a shame to get rid of his two cards. But the reason why I'd done that and I was getting rid of them is because I wanted to bring in this guy, Milinkovic Savic. I've had him on my watch list for the best part of 4 or 5 months, and I managed to pick him up for £78, and his last sale was over £110, £116 it was. But this guy, I think, is seriously underrated, and I'm not trying to pump up his price or anything because I'm not trying to sell him. But if we just go to all here, we go Torino only. Let's take away his non-starts. There's a lot of green in here, but if I just take away fixtures in here, look in the last year or so, let's just do it by year. Look in the last year, his home form. Crazy. so many clean sheets in there, so many good AA scores, 100 in there as well, an 80 and 82. And even here, they've conceded, right, in the last three, but he's still getting 13, 20, and 24 AA. His home fixtures are amazing. If I just show you the away fixtures as well, there's a couple of green scores in there, obviously. But if I can, play him in the right fixtures and play him at home, I think this is a really, really solid goalkeeper for Champions season. He's only 27. I don't know if I know there was links last year, I think, to Saudi. I think they've called off now. I don't know when his contract is, but I thought this was a really smart pickup. Hopefully it pays off for me, right? So another goalkeeper comes in. Picked up Lewis Hall, who was a limited player. He come in and then smashed 100 for me, which was absolutely perfect. A nice fixture coming up this game week as well, so hopefully he can do the same again. Sold Czech Tusan. I got him when I was crafting, so he just went for the best part of £1. But just being totally transparent with you, another goalkeeper left for a couple of quid. And then I bought in Kulusevski for £14. Used some market credits as well. Kulusevski's really impressed me this year, and I'll probably do a video on my other channel. I've just started another channel around football sort of content, not just about Sorare. So yeah, feel free to do that. I've just tweeted about it as well if you want the links, but it's basically the Parrot Press, just not the Parrot Press Sorare. So if you want to check that out, but I'll probably do a video on Spurs because Kulusevski's been in amazing form this season, and I really, really like him on that inside right channel, or as the kind of a box-to-box midfielder, that number 8/10 role as well. I just like him in that area of the pitch. I think he's having a fantastic season. So I brought him in for the Tottenham collection, and now that is over 5%, which is really, really good. Brought in this guy who is the backup to Milinkovic-Savic. Just brought him in to handcuff just in case. And I got rid of these guys this morning. I got rid of these guys this morning, Insigne and Zelarayan, which is mental because when I first bought these, it was probably the best part of £1,000 that I paid for these, and I'm selling them for a tenner. But they're not worth it, and I just wanted the cash and to hopefully yield some stuff back before, not before, but yield some stuff back from players that I can actually use, because I can't even use these for the next few months anyway. And then I sold Pereira and Solo in that Valencia collection, which I was going to start. I thought Soler was going to be a much better player, and Parejo, sorry, I'll probably pick up his in-season if I need him rather than his classic version. But then I picked up, and we're nearly on to how these guys have done, so thanks for sticking with me. But this is the last purchase, and this is from this morning. I paid just over 50 quid for Alex Iwobi. I already own his limited. Fulham are having a really good season, and he's another forward which churns out decent AA. A 14 there, a 25 there, a 24, a 16, a 21, a 12, a 22, a 17, etc. A player that's gonna, especially this season, I don't know if I can go. All right, I'll miss the first couple of games, but you can see there that as a forward, it's kind of middle of the road. It's that solid area again, which if they don't get a decisive, they're not going to kill my lineup. They're not going to score like a 28 or a 25 or something like that and really kill something. They're still going to offer some points in that lineup as well. And with his fixtures coming up, we've got Southampton. Yes, you've got Chelsea in there, but then Bournemouth, Ipswich, West Ham, Leicester. It's a really good little run there over Christmas, and I can utilise him quite well. So I'm happy with that pickup. It won't be coming in. So with all of that being done, I'll just show you sort of what my gallery looks like as a collective. I've got some sort of random cards in there that I crafted. Harry Amass, which is interesting because the first video that I just done on the other channel was around Manchester United's left-back issues. And I didn't actually mention Harry Amass because I was saying that they need to go on the market and buy somebody, and highlighted some decent fixtures, some decent players to come into that squad. But Harry Amass might be getting a gig. I'm hearing good things about him, and Amarin likes him as well. So, that was a nice little crafted card. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I've got some really good pieces in there in terms of champ. I am missing a defender player in rare defensive card to really match the Højbjergs, the Brunos, the Bischoffs, you know, the Itos, the Iwobis, etc. I do need to pick up a better defender because I have got Aramburu, butchered it. Anyway, I've got him, I've got Goosens, I've got Kenny Lala, but I do need a little bit more there at the back. But that's what the gallery looks like. So what's happened since then in terms of Sorare results? So the first week when I picked up Bruno, he come out and done some wonders for me. 150 points basically with the captain's armband on and earned me 54 quid. So I already recouped some of that money that I spent on him or on that that kind of exchange, so to speak, that trade, which was really good. David De Gea with an assist, not the clean sheet, and an actual assist, and Junior Ito doing what he does as well. So yeah, that was a really decent first week. And before this, I already had some champ cards, so I managed to get myself promoted into certain divisions, and I'm in a really good spot now moving forward. And then the Fulham guys, that they all done well. Really annoying with Callum Hudson-Odoi, because if he would have done something, you know, I could have been up in the £70, maybe even in the podium position as well. But the Fulham boys done it for me, and I picked up another 18 quid there. So just over 70 quid for that game week. There's a few game weeks like in between what I'm showing you, but I'm just showing you exactly what I've won. Another 45 game week there, so another champ in season score. So this was in Division 4 because I've now got the 3 lineups right. I bought Savic in there, Milinkovic-Savic. So I've now got 3 lineups that I can squeeze out. Griezmann doing what he does best, and Furic coming in with that 87 or the 82, and with my bonus in there as well. Kenny Lala, last minute assist that was, which was perfect. And this is what I was talking about. Dwight McNeil, you know, he didn't score, but he still got me that 50 pointer to creep me up that leaderboard, and a 36 pounder come in there. And then I had an in-season Premier League team, so Spurs here. Again, really annoying. Basuma in there. I think that if I would have had somebody who would have scored a 70 plus or around a 70 plus, that could have been another 30 odd quid in the bank. But I will take it. A 4-0 win against Man City doesn't happen every day. And in here as well, I was managed to get promoted from the last one where Bruno scored that 150, and now I'm in Division 1 as well, 15 points away for a reward. Moving on, the game week after that, I actually didn't win anything here. I think I might have got promoted from maybe from Division 3 to Division 2 there, but I didn't really win anything. Couldn't get the lineup together. And then the week after that, couldn't do that as well. But then the game week just gone. I think this is the game week just... No, it's not. It's the one before that. I managed to pick up some boxes, again, get some promotions, but no cash reward. But then I've just picked up 30 odd quid. That was from Premier League in season. So obviously Spurs smashing. Southampton 5-0 helped. And this was kind of my strategy around what I'm doing with this Tottenham collection is playing, 4 of them and then bringing in a Bruno Fernandes, or bringing in I don't know, whoever got Bruno, I can't even say his name, Bruno at Newcastle, or an Anthony Gordon or somebody like that. Somebody to fill this slot so that it's a differential. Now, if Pedro Porro would have started this game, maybe I could have done something a little bit better, because I was 32 points away from winning 528 quid in Division 2. Which is not a lot, considering that I've got Jed Spence, I've got Kulusevski and those guys. That would have pushed me right up. But I'm not complaining. It was another 30 quid into the gallery. Moving into this week, what my teams actually look like. I've still got to plug this gap. I don't know. I'll move somebody in there, but Iwobi, Bruno, Lewis Hall, and Leno, they've all got favourable fixtures in Division 1. I've got another Division 1 team in Limited as well, which doesn't look too bad apart from the goalkeeper, but hopefully you can pick up some decent AA in there as well. And then I'm in Division 2 for my third team. So 2 in Division 1 and 1 in Division 2. I will take that. Hopefully I can get them all in Division 1 and then start pumping some teams out and getting some decent rewards back. And then coming into in-season rare, so my French guys are now away on vacation, on holidays, on their Christmas break. So I've only got 2 lineups to come in because Serie A play over Christmas as well. And this is where Iwobi comes into it, alongside Tom Bischoff, alongside Bruno. They've all got decent fixtures, and then we've got David De Gea and Gosens in there as well. Hopefully Gosens can actually do something this week. That would be great, because that's a really strong lineup in Division 1. Then I've got a Division 2 team in there as well, which again, we've just spoke about Milinkovic-Savic at home and his form there. So hopefully there's going to be another 70-pointer there. Aaron Bura is a decent scorer, so he could have a good game. We've got Furic at home against St. Pauli, which is a really good fixture, so the armbands on him. Griezmann away at Barcelona. Who knows what's going to happen there? Former club and all of that. Hopefully he can pick up some decent AA, if not a decisive. And then we've got Pinnock in there, which I need him to turn up. I haven't got anybody else to squeeze into this lineup, but yeah, it's not looking too bad. And then we've got this Christmas target limited as well, which I've just thrown in. I don't know if Danny Ward's going to start, because I know that their goalkeeper's injured. Don't know if he's going to start, but then we've got Jed Spence against Liverpool. We've got Eze against Arsenal, so some tough fixtures in there. Hudson-Odoi and Solanke as well. But that kind of brings you up to speed with my gallery and what's been going on. A lot of transfers and stuff, a lot of... I wouldn't say change in priority, because my priority was to go into champ in season, but actually making that priority reality, going out there, picking up some really, really key pieces. And then I must have picked up, about 150 quid did I just go through since doing this as well. And if I would have kept with my old strategy with the MLS cards and stuff like that, I wouldn't be anywhere near it. But hey, I don't know if there's going to be another video before Christmas, but if there's not, a Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for following me this year. I know in the last few months the videos have been few and far between, but it's just because I haven't had too much going on, despite the fact that I've just caught you up on all the transfers. But I don't want to put videos out there just for the sake of it, or pumping up players and doing all that sort of stuff. So maybe I need to look at my strategy around getting videos out in the new year and see what else we can do. But I have just started that new channel, which is more sort of football related sort of stuff, which is going to be hopefully like on a weekly basis, where I'm talking about current affairs in football. So yeah, feel free to go and watch those ones as well if you're interested. But thanks for the support this year. Thanks for watching. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the future.